Good evening and welcome. Tonight we'll be going over the history and geography of Abruzzo, which is what it's called in English. You can see here in Italian it is Abruzzi, which kind of goes back to its history, but we'll get into that later. Here I've done the bad thing again and drew in my book so you could see the outline of Abruzzo a little more clearly. Abruzzo is located technically in southern Italy. I know right here it looks like central. You can see Rome is right here. But culturally and historically it is part of southern Italy. So we'll just leave it at that. It looks like central. It's historically and culturally south. The capital is, I just lost it, Chieti right here. Chieti. But there are four main cultural regions to Abruzzo. We have Tiramo, which is like the northern area. L'Aquila, which is this area over here. Then we have Pescara, which you can see Pescara right there. Pescara, and then the south is Chieti. They used to be very defined lines. Now it's just more of a cultural thing. Like I always give the example, back in California we had NorCal and SoCal, two very different cultures but still very similar, and there was no official line dividing NorCal and SoCal, but nonetheless it was there culturally, right? So it's just like that. This is the Adriatic Sea here. Abruzzo has a very beautiful coastline with some very, very beautiful beaches. As we go more inland, this area all over here is fairly flat compared to the rest of the territory. And this is where the majority of the farming happens. Abruzzo has a lot of farms. The majority, as you can imagine, being Italy, is vineyards and olive groves to make wine and olive oil. Very, very traditionally the big crop of this part of the world, right? And then when we head over to this section, this is the mountainous area, the Apennine Mountains. Go right through this area. And a lot of the area in here is protected. You can see the Gran Sasso d'Italia Park is up here. I can't really see from this far away, so I'm just going off of memory. This is the Maiella National Park. The Abruzzo National Park is somewhere in the middle. I'm sure you can see, but Abruzzo, that's over. Anyway, they're all over here. 3 big national parks, and lots of different little regional parks and other protected areas. Also lots of really cool primeval forests, which means forests that have not been touched by man or logged or used any of the wood or anything. Still primeval beech forests here. Pretty cool. The nickname of Abruzzo is the Green Lung of England, or the Green Heart of England. Did I just say England? Europe. Oh my goodness. I am out of it today. The Green Lung of Europe, or the Green Heart of Europe. It's considered, as you can tell by the nickname, the greenest section of Europe. Lots and lots of beautiful preserved forests and beautiful mountains, which I'll get out my tablet and we'll take a look at the beautiful landscape on Google Earth. Their actual motto, though, is strong and gentle, which I really like. It really sums up Abruzzo, I think. The big, strong, beautiful mountains, but the gentle landscape as well. It's perfect, I think. So let's move into its very brief history. If you're like me and is like, I've never heard of this region of Italy, that's really for a reason, because not much has happened in this region. but people have been living here for ages, it being over in this corner of Italy, right? The oldest skeleton was from 6,540 BCE. That's pretty old skeleton. But of course, there's lots of other archaeological signs of early human life in this area. But it was once the Roman Empire rose to power that this region really started to get really populated and industrialized in terms of the Roman Empire. They called this region Abruzzo, which is where we get Abruzzo today. And Abruzzo is just dotted with old ancient Roman ruins, things like that, you can imagine, right? As the Roman Empire fell in the west, this area was conquered by the Lombards, and then the Byzantines. The Eastern Roman Empire got a hold of it for a minute. Then the Hungarians came in. The Papal States had a hold of this area for a while, and then eventually was conquered by the Normans. The Normans very famously had conquered Sicily, way down here, the big island of Sicily. And Abruzzo got, I am really out of it today, I'm so sorry, got absorbed into the Kingdom of Sicily, which in 1816 became the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. So, like I said, southern Italy, right? Even though it's kind of up here in the center, it's like the northernmost part of southern Italy, right? Unification happened in 1860 when Italy became pretty much the Italy that we know today. So obviously it became part of Italy. And during World War II, this area contained one of the winter lines, which were lines set up by Mussolini and his people to try to stop the Allied invasion from the north. So the Gustav Line went through Abruzzo, and in December 1943 there was the big battle whose name I did not write down. I'll try to flash it on the screen. I believe it's like Ortino or Ostino or something. I'm so sorry. I did not write down the name of the battle, but it was a big old battle. It was an Allied victory. They erased the line, basically, and started invading down south into the rest of Italy. The only real news that has happened since then in Abruzzo was that after the war in 1948, lines were redrawn to try to reconfigure Italy back into whatever it wasn't during World War II. So Abruzzo became Abruzzo e Molise, which you can see Molise is here to its south. But they separated it in 1963, so Abruzzo is just Abruzzo, Molise is just Molise. And that's pretty much all that has happened in Abruzzo. It is a sleepy, quiet little corner of Italy. Nothing too extreme, like, you know, there's Venice with its culture, Florence with its beautiful culture, so on and so forth, even like Rome and everybody else, Naples down here. There's so much happening all over Italy, but not so much in Abruzzo. It's just a very sleepy, quiet little part of Italy, and it seems very peaceful. So yeah, you don't really hear a lot of things about Abruzzo because people here are either like farmers or just like little beachgoers, right? Enjoying the beautiful beaches on the Adriatic. So that's pretty much for the history of Abruzzo. I really searched high and low for any other interesting history in Abruzzo, and that's all that I found. So I tried, and that's what I got. It's just a sleepy little part of Italy, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it is wonderful because, you know, you associate so much with Italy. And let me set this up for you. And it's just, I suppose it's nice just to have get off my pencil. a sleepy little part of Italy, right? All right, let's explore Abruzzo. Let's look at this slideshow first. So, still very beautifully Italian, right? We've got the beautiful hillside villages, the piazzas and the town centers with beautiful statues and fountains and old churches. This beautiful lake, which at this angle, this looks like a heart. It's really cool. If I find it on Google Earth, you'll see it looks really nothing like a heart, but I like this picture. Beautiful views. You can see the sea over here. And the river is heading out to the sea. Beautiful resorts. Rustic, very quaint towns. Beautiful statues, because, you know, it's Italy. Ooh, some soldiers there. Looks like they're recreating something. People are out here to watch. Very, very beautiful part of Italy. Some old medieval fortresses. You can tell that is not Italian architecture. Here it is in Italy. Pretty cool. And there's some beautiful Italian architecture for you. Really nice, sweet little part of Italy, right? Okay. So let's explore. Let's take a look at these mountains. So first, let me get you a good look at what this terrain is really like. It is pretty mountainous over here, right? Very, very much so. So let's check out Gran Sasso. Look at this really cool mountain. The Apennines are a really unique little mountain range. Oh my gosh, my internet went out. If you know my live streams, you know how that goes. So, I guess we just have to wait for it to come back. I guess I will ramble about other things while you wait for the internet to pop back on. Look at this patch of farmland. I saw this from up high above, and I'm like, what is that? And I zoomed in, and it's just farmland in this little valley here. Lots of little towns. You can't see it because the internet went out. But, yeah. Very, very beautiful. Here, let me try to fix it. Hold on. Without doxing myself and showing you guys my Wi-Fi here. Let me turn that back on. Sorry for the chaos of this video. Just this quaint little part of Italy. Come on. You can do it. Come on, come back. It says it's on. But is it really? Come on. Nope. Okay. Please hold. It's thinking. Oh, goodness. My life. Okay, so while it's trying to load, right, I can show you way up here. You can really see the division between the flat farmland up here and then the Apennine Mountains up here. It's actually like a line you can see. I think that's really cool. Is it back on yet? It is not. I really just want to show you this cool mountain. So there's Chieti. We've got lots of beautiful coastal towns. And yeah, I'm trying not to go too far north because this park is already pretty much in the north. And why is this my life? Why is this happening? Does anything work? Oh, this works. Okay. So this is in the Maiella National Park. I haven't looked at this slideshow, but that's pretty cool. You can go, like how desolate this mountain is. Very like melted glacier vibes, right? Abruzzo is home to the southernmost glaciated areas of Europe. Still really beautiful though, the Apennine Mountains. Let's see if we can get the Gran Sasso Park up yet. I swear you're not offline. You really are not. Oh my goodness. Well, let me try to show you on Google Earth. Here we go. Everything else is loading. Come on. Okay, let's look at this. Surely there'll be pictures of it in here. Just have to wait because I haven't looked at this, so it might be a little pixely. There's some beach forest there, like I was talking about. Beautiful hiking trails, little rivers. Sorry, this is so chaotic. We are in the beautiful beach forests and the big high peaks there. Let's see. I believe that's the mountain, but I can't tell from so far away. Oh, we've got some little friends there. They're out hiking in the big mountains. This is it for sure. Please load. Please? I'm asking so nicely. It'd be cool if I could just find the mountain. We see the mountain here, but this is a really good slideshow. I want to show my audience. It's trying to load. Can you see there? Can you see? I didn't even check. Okay. Oh dear, this is crooked. This is a mess of a video. Yeah. Anyway, I suppose you'll take my word for it because nothing else is working. Well, that's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, how lovely. It's a beautiful cascade, right? A waterfall. A little babbling brook of a river. Alright. I'm about to give up on my tablet. It still says server error. It really doesn't want me to show you this big old mountain here, but here it is. It's big. It's a chonker. He is... let's see if we can see it from this peak. Isn't that gorgeous? This is that heart lake, right? But it does not look anything like a heart. That's pretty. It's a nice little cross up at the top of the peak. Oh, that one's even prettier. That's pretty cool. So the Apennines, from what I can tell, are very like rocky, right? Like there were glaciers here once upon a time. They have melted and the land has begun to kind of crumble and get all rocky and jaggedy. So, very different from like when you picture a mountain, you know, you don't really picture like piles of rocks. Lots of climbers here. Their accomplishments. Good for them. One last chance to look at this national park, and it says server error, so we're not going to look at this really cool slideshow of this really cool mountain. That is too bad, because it's a pretty cool, like, the rocky part is all up here, and you can really tell how once upon a time it was a glacier that melted and kind of slid off down there. It is pretty neat, but I can't find any good pictures of it. How about from this peak? I'm really trying for you guys. Here we go. It looks like that. Old glaciated landscape. Oh, that's pretty cool. He made it. Here's the mountain. We found it. A big old jagged mountain. Oh, there's a chamois. Lots and lots of protected animals in this national park. I'll talk more about it in tomorrow's video. There's the peak. There's the old landscapes. And yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to show you, I suppose. One last chance to show you this really cool slideshow. Right. Up. Now I've lost it. This is the most chaotic video I've filmed in a long time. But, oh well. I've lost it now. Okay then. Oh, it's because I'm turned around. There it is. Nope, server error. Okay, well that's too bad. Maybe another day. So I'm going to end it there before this gets more chaotic. This is supposed to be a relaxation video. I apologize, but I think you guys got the gist of it. Next, we are going to head off to Azerbaijan. So I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video relaxing and educational. Look at that mountain landscape there. And I hope that you have a very good night. Good night.